Hello, and welcome to the Let's Talk About It Dad Sports Podcast. I'm Patrick, here with my co-host.
Cillian. Episode 11.
We made it to episode 11. How's your week this week?
It's been crazy this year.
Has it been crazy?
Yes.
What's been so crazy about your week?
Well, I had so many football games I just needed to take care of.
Yeah, you had a lot of football games that you needed to take care of?
Yeah.
Okay. Like what? What kind of football games did you have going on?
Well, I had the Detroit Lions on a win streak this year.
Okay.
Over the Commanders.
Over the Commanders.
Yeah, it's been...
Okay.
Okay, let's go into...
You want to talk about the sports? You don't want to talk about yourself?
Yeah.
No? Yeah?
Nah.
You don't want to talk about tabletop hockey at all?
Well, Michigan State had a big top 16 win over the Cincinnati Jayhawks.
Oh, really?
Winning 5-3.
5-3. That's awesome. Very good. How's your mini six been going?
It's been going good.
Yeah.
Tonight we have the Detroit Red Wings against the Toronto Maple Leafs.
Ooh, a nice original six rivalry, huh?
Yeah, it's
very good.
Yeah, they're playing both teams are 3 and both teams are 3-3. They got 3 losses and 3 wins.
Okay.
Both teams got 3 wins, 3 losses.
Awesome.
So.
Okay, that's great.
Yeah.
Very good. That's fantastic. Well, thanks for sharing, Cillian. I really appreciate it. So we're recording this episode on November 11th, so it's 11/11, which is pretty cool, right?
Yeah.
And November 11th is Veterans Day, which marks the anniversary of not only Armistice Day to end World War I, but basically very importantly, provides respectful recognition for the contributions of our service members. So we want to say a happy Veterans Day to all those who are currently serving and all those who served in the past in our armed forces, right?
Yeah.
Awesome. Like Uncle Henry, who's currently serving in the Army.
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. Okay. Well, you want to get into the sports, don't you?
Yeah, I do.
All right. So we're going to start with college football. Cillian, you made 3 picks last week, and you went 3-0 on your picks.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you had
3
picked.
is higher than a 0.
That's right. You went 3 wins, 0 losses, which takes your total of picks for college football up to 28-19. I think you found the sport that you like to pick. Don't you think?
Yeah, I love to pick Michigan State.
Yeah, that's true. Hopefully they can finally get a win for you. Last week we didn't get to pick Michigan State because they were on a bye week, so that probably helped your record, didn't it?
Yeah, it really did.
Yeah. So you picked, first off, Ferris State Bulldogs, who are still undefeated after beating SVSU in double overtime, 51 to 45. It was a double overtime game at Saginaw, but Ferris State still came out on top with the win and is still undefeated. Pretty exciting stuff, huh?
Yep.
Awesome.
So excited for Ferris.
Yeah?
I want Michigan State to win the National College Champion.
You do? Well, they might not have a shot at it this year. They might have some rebuilding years ahead of us, but we'll get there eventually. We can keep rooting for Ferris State to win the Division II national title. Sound good?
Yeah.
Okay. So next week, Ferris State will play Davenport University. I believe they're the Cougars, who are 5-4 on the season. Who do you got in that game between Ferris State and Davenport?
Ferris.
Ferris. All right. So the other games that you picked were top 25 matchups. The first was number 8 BYU Cougars against the number 9 Texas Tech Red Raiders. And this was a blowout. Texas Tech came out firing and ended up handing BYU their first loss of the season. Texas Tech, who you picked correctly, won 29-7, which dropped BYU 4 spots to or five spots down to number 12 in the rankings.
That's really good. That would help Michigan State too.
You think so?
Yeah, I think it will.
Okay.
Because they in season 1 they did have a loss to them.
Yeah.
And then now that they lost, that will really help them.
Okay. Well, that moves Texas Tech up up to number 6, up 2 spots to number 6 in the country. And then their last pick was Texas A&M, number 3, over the number 19 Missouri Tigers, and you got that one right. And this one was a blowout as well. Texas A&M really handed it to Missouri, winning 38-17, keeping them in the number 3 spot. And Missouri drops out of the top 25. So how'd you feel about Texas A&M getting the big win over Missouri?
Very good.
Very good. That's awesome. Well, I have, outside of the Ferris pick that you just picked, I have 4 other games for you to pick with our hometown teams coming back to play this weekend after both teams had a bye. Before we get into the picks, though, they just released the college football playoff bracket, the second iteration after last week. And so to let everybody know, the college football playoff has 12 teams in it. Teams 5 through 12 play each other in the first round, whereas teams 1 through 4 get a bye week. And then the winners of the games 5 through 12 end up playing 1 through 4 all the way through to the national title. Do you want to know which teams are ranked which for the playoffs?
Yes.
All right. So sitting at number 1 is the Ohio State Buckeyes, still number 1 in the country and number 1 in the playoff bracket. Number 2 is Indiana University, and they just got a win over Penn State, a very close game, their first time ever winning in Happy Valley in Beaver Stadium. Indiana Hoosiers.
I can't see the logo.
Yeah, do you remember they beat Penn State 27-24? It was a really close game. They basically had a touchdown catch, toe tap in the back of the end zone in the final seconds of the game to go up 27-24 over Penn State and keep their undefeated season alive. They still sit at number 2.
I want to see purple and USC.
Right. Yep. So Northwestern played USC. USC ended up winning 38-17. But we're going to keep talking about the playoffs. Okay. So next is Texas A&M at number 3. And number 4 is the University of Alabama. Roll Tide. They're number 4. They're sitting in the number 4 spot in the college football playoffs right now.
Going for Bama.
There we go. So numbers 5 through 12. At 5, we have Georgia. 6, we have Texas Tech. 7, we have Ole Miss. 8, we have Oregon. Number 9 is the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Number 10 is the Texas Longhorns.
Go Longhorns.
And the number 11 is Miami Hurricanes. And number 12 is the University of South Florida Bulls. So those are our top 12 teams. They showed that the first team out is likely Oklahoma, and the second team out would likely be BYU. So those would be the first 2 teams that didn't make it into the playoffs. So we got some pretty good starting matchups, but there's still 5 more weeks of games to play.
Why?
Because that's the regular season is 16 weeks long, and we're in week 12. So we've got 12 through 16 weeks still to play. All right? You ready to make some picks in week 12?
Yeah.
All right. So first up, I have, as I mentioned, the Michigan State Spartans coming back after their bye week. They're sitting at 3-6. They've had 6 straight losses, and they're playing the 3-6 Penn State Nittany Lions. Who do you got in this game?
Michigan State.
Michigan State. All right. Next up, we have the number 18, University of Michigan Wolverines against the 5-4 Northwestern Wildcats. Who do we got in this one?
Wildcats.
You got the Wildcats over the University of Michigan. I love it.
I picked the Wildcats over Nebraska.
You did. So you're going to pick them over Michigan too?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, let's see what's our next pick.
Awesome. So the next pick is a top 25 matchup, which has some pretty big implications based on where those playoff rankings are. So we've got the number 4 Alabama Crimson Tide hosting the number 11 Oklahoma Sooners. Oklahoma's sitting at 7-2. Alabama's 8-1. Who do you got in this matchup of red teams?
Bama.
Go Bama. Roll Tide.
Yeah, let's go Alabama.
All right.
Yeah, is Alabama our hometown team?
No, because we live in Michigan. And Alabama is a state down in the South. So I wouldn't say that they're our hometown team.
But I'll call them my favorite team.
Your favorite team?
Yeah.
Really?
Except Michigan State.
Except Michigan State. Okay. Yeah.
I got
you can have
Texas
2 favorites.
Texas is my favorite. Michigan State's my favorite. And Bama.
And Bama. So Bama, Texas, and Michigan State. Those are some good favorites. I like that.
All 3 teams I like.
Okay. Well, speaking of Texas, we're going to pick their game next. This is another big matchup in the SEC. Top 10 matchup. We have the number 5 Georgia Bulldogs hosting the number 10 Texas Longhorns. Who do you got in that one?
I'm going to go for Texas Longhorns.
The Texas Longhorns. Well, if they're your favorite team, I feel like you had to pick them, right?
Yeah.
All right.
But
so
I know I'm still going to root for both teams because I do like Georgia's quarterback.
You do like Georgia's quarterback? Okay. Yeah.
And I do like. I'm very sad that finally that Texas had their quarterback injury.
Oh,
It
yeah.
was a legal concussion.
Yeah, he had a potential concussion, but actually he was okay for last week's game. So he's back and he's still playing. It was just a little nerve-wracking. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who did they play? I think it was Mississippi State.
I think that's right. I'll go back and double check for you.
Did they beat Mississippi State?
Well, that was actually 2 weeks ago. I think they had a bye week in week 11. So yeah, 2 weeks ago they played Vanderbilt, and that's where the quarterback maybe potentially got a concussion.
I think it was against Mississippi State.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
In Mississippi.
Okay. All right. So those are the games that I had for college football. You ready to move on to the NFL?
Yeah, let's go Chiefs.
All right. Well, you can say that because the Chiefs are playing this week after their bye week last week. Did you miss them last week? Yeah, was it hard not having
Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, was it tough not having a game to watch?
Yeah, Dad. For this one, who is it? Whose field is it going to be at?
Well, let's talk about your picks from last week first, and then we'll jump into the next week's picks. Okay. So this last week you had 4 picks. One of them you wanted a tie, right? Which game did you want the tie in?
The Packers and the Eagles.
The Packers and the Eagles, and so we'll kind of not we won't include that one in your record.
I just want to hear what the score was.
Yep. So we'll talk about that. And actually, that one was a Monday Night Football game, and it was a really low-scoring game. It actually almost was a tie in a way. They didn't go to overtime, but the Eagles ended up winning. Those stinking Eagles ended up winning again, 10-7 over the Green Bay Packers, which is a good thing for the Lions. The Lions like that in regards to their standings in the division.
Are the Eagles going to play the Lions?
Actually, they are.
Yes.
Yes.
Let's see what field they're traveling to.
In a minute, let's finish up how your picks were this last week first.
Yeah.
But speaking of the Lions, they're now sitting at the top of the division after Green Bay's loss. So the Lions are 6-3 up at the
They're
top.
on top of the
And on
Bears.
top of the Bears. That's right. Okay. So you had 3 picks outside of your tie pick. And you went 2-1, which puts your record at 26, 25-1 on the season. Your first up was the Lions. You picked the Lions over the Commanders, and they smoked them, didn't they?
Yeah.
They ended up winning 44-22. Jahmyr Gibbs had 3 touchdowns.
In a block, and I think he had 4 hand blocks.
Did he really? Yeah. Well, it's usually up to the running backs to have some good blocks for their quarterback, right?
Did he actually get blocks?
Yeah. And then
Did he get 4 or 5?
I'm not quite sure. Maybe 4.
Yeah, I think it was 4.
Yeah. Amon-Ra St. Brown scored a touchdown.
Yeah.
And Jameson Williams had over 100 receiving yards and a touchdown as well. So offense was cooking. They looked good.
Offense was cooking.
That's right.
Over the Commanders.
Yeah. The other game that you picked, and you picked correctly, is you had the Broncos over the Raiders. This was a division matchup. The Broncos ended up winning 10-7. So another low scoring. It was actually a pretty sloppy game. Both teams had a lot of turnovers. There was a punt blocked by the Broncos, and they overcame a low scoring game to get the win. So Denver got the win over Las Vegas. They moved to 8-2 with Las Vegas.
Did
sitting
Denver
2-7?
Wear their old school unis?
Yeah, Denver did wear their old school unis. Yeah, did you like them?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like them too.
Did I get to watch that game?
No, I don't think so. I think we did some other stuff. I think we played some mini sticks and hung out that night.
Oh.
That was Thursday night football. And then last but not least, for Sunday night football, you picked the Pittsburgh Steelers over the Los Angeles Chargers. Because you don't like the Chargers at all, do you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Unfortunately, the Chargers got their 3rd win in a row, winning 25-10 over the Steelers. Kind of another sloppy game. There were touchdowns by the Chargers from Kamani Vidal and Ladd McConkey. That's a fun name, isn't it?
Yeah.
Ladd McConkey. All right, so those were the games that you picked last week. Let's go into this week. All right, you mentioned it. I don't know how you even knew this, but the Lions. I think they travel, to Philadelphia. 6-3 Lions travel to the 7-2 Philadelphia Eagles for Sunday night football under the lights.
I'm picking the Lions.
Who do you got? You got the Lions at Lincoln Financial Field. All right,
I don't know why
let's
they
go Lions.
call it Lincoln Financial Field.
Yeah, I don't know. Usually, I mean, most stadiums have like sponsorship names now, which is kind of silly. I like the names that are like old school names, like Arrowhead, like where the Chiefs play, right?
Yeah, I like Arrowhead Stadium.
Yeah. So next we've got the Chiefs.
Yeah. Yes.
So
I love it.
The Chiefs, they're back in action after their bye week. They play on Sunday afternoon, and they travel to the Mile High Stadium to play the Denver Broncos. The 8-2 Denver Broncos against the 5-4 Kansas City Chiefs. Who do you got?
They got 5 losses and 4 wins.
No, 5 wins and 4 losses. 5-4.
Kansas City.
Kansas City Chiefs. All right, how many touchdowns is Patty Mahomes going to have?
16.
16. Maybe 16 points or 16 touchdowns.
Yeah, 16 touchdowns. And I want Harrison Butker to have 3 field goals.
Okay, I like it. Good prediction there. All right, on Thursday night football this week, after coming off their 2nd win, the New York Jets, sitting now 2-7, play their division rivals, the New England Patriots, who are sitting 8-2. One of the top teams in the AFC. Who do we got? The Jets or the Patriots?
Jets.
Going for the Jets. Awesome. All right, for the upset. Let's hope that one gets it right. And then last but not least, I picked another game of 2 6-3 teams. They play Sunday afternoon. We've got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers against the Buffalo Bills.
Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Do you think they're going to wear their old school unis? Or do you
Yeah.
think they're going to stick with their new colors?
I'm gonna let them wear their old school ones.
All right. That sounds pretty good.
Are they traveling to Buffalo or like?
Yep, it's in Buffalo. So it might be pretty cold up there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. If we got snow here, I bet Buffalo's gotten snow.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Okay. So that's the NFL. Do you want to talk about some NHL hockey?
Yeah.
All right.
And I do want to talk about Michigan State and college hockey too.
Yep, we can do some college hockey, and I even picked out some college basketball for you. Sound good?
Yeah.
All right, let's jump into the NHL. So you were sitting 16 and 22 on your NHL picks. You had 5 picks this last week. The Red Wings have started to kind of fall apart. They're on a 3-game losing streak right now. Carolina sits on the top of the Eastern Conference, and the Avalanche still sits on top of the Western Conference. You had the Red Wings over the New York Rangers on the 11th, or I'm sorry, on the 7th. And unfortunately, the Red Wings could not beat the Rangers, and they lost 4-1 with a goal from JT Compher. Was their only goal, but that was their first loss in their 3-game losing streak. So they got to turn things around, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. The next one, you had the Minnesota Wild over the New York Island, or I'm sorry, you had picked the New York Islanders over the Minnesota Wild, and unfortunately, the Wild won 5-2. Next, you had the Calgary Flames over the Chicago Blackhawks.
Let's see what the score was.
Yeah, 5-2. You want to see it? Sorry.
5-2.
Yeah. So next you had the Flames over the Blackhawks. Unfortunately, the Blackhawks, who are on a bit of a win streak right now, beat the Calgary Flames 4-0. So you got that one wrong. You did get the next one right, which you had picked the San Jose Sharks in an upset over the Winnipeg Jets. The San Jose Sharks ended up winning 2-1 over the Winnipeg Jets, which is pretty good. And then last but not least, we had you pick the Saturday, November 8th game, which was, or I'm sorry, the Sunday, November 9th game, which was the Red Wings and the Blackhawks. And the Blackhawks trounced the Red Wings 5-1. Our only goal coming from our captain, Dylan Larkin. So the Red Wings are in a tough spot right now after starting out pretty hot. They are falling a bit behind, sitting at 9-7 on the season.
Why did they lose 5-1?
They just couldn't stop them from the other team from scoring. It was the Blackhawks were just on fire.
Let's see what the next game is.
So the standings right now is again the Red Wings are sitting at
they're on the
5th.
line.
Yeah.
Tampa Bay Lightning.
5th, tied with the Tampa Bay Lightning, kind of like 4th in the Eastern Conference.
That's where I want the Leafs.
Yeah, so the Leafs are sitting down at second to last in the Atlantic with 17 points. So we like the look of that, don't we?
Yeah.
All right.
That would really help the Red Wings.
Yep. So let's look into the upcoming games for the NHL. So I picked out 4 games for you to pick starting on Thursday night with the Red Wings hosting the Anaheim Ducks, who are currently sitting 11-3-1 with 23 points. Do you think they can beat the Anaheim Ducks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, going for the Red Wings.
Going for the Red Wings.
But they already lost to the Ducks.
I know. Hopefully they can get the win this go around after having lost to them already once, right? Next,
losing to them 5-2.
Yeah. Next up, I have a Eastern Conference versus Western Conference game. I've got the Dallas Stars against the Montreal Canadiens.
Well, I do like red, but Stars.
You like red, but you're going with the Stars. All right, that'll be helpful for the Red Wings if the Stars can beat Montreal for sure.
Did the Red Wings lose to the Stars?
I don't know if the Red Wings have played the Stars yet, but if a Western Conference team can beat Montreal, who's an Eastern Conference team, that just makes sure that we stay within striking distance of Montreal in the standings. So next up, I've got the Winnipeg Jets against the Seattle Kraken. Who do you like in that one? Winnipeg sitting at 9-6-0, and Seattle sitting at 7-4-4. The 4 being overtime losses. The second 4. What do you got?
Well, I don't like the Jets or the Kraken.
You don't like either of them?
Yeah.
So you're abstaining?
Yeah, draw a line through them.
Draw a line through them. We want a tie.
I want it 2-2.
2-2 tie. All right. I like the sound of that. All right.
I want the 2-2 tie to be in overtime.
Okay. Sounds good. And then last but not least, on Saturday, November 15th, the Red Wings have a game against the Buffalo, where they host the 5-6-4 Buffalo Sabres. So who do you like in this one between the Red Wings and the Sabres?
Why are the Red Wings sitting at 9-7-0, and why are the Sabres sitting at 5-6-4?
Yeah, so that's what's called their record. And so the 9, the 5 for Buffalo, the first number is always the team's win total. So how many wins that they've had so far. So the Red Wings are sitting at 9 wins. The second number is always in hockey, it's losses. So they have 7 losses. And then the next number, the 0, or in the case of Buffalo Sabres, the 4, they do it in the NHL. It's overtime losses. And so that's what that number means. So far, the Red Wings don't have any overtime losses. They only have 9 wins and 7 losses. Whereas Buffalo has 5 wins, 6 losses, and 4 overtime losses. So who do you got in this one? The Red Wings or the Sabres?
Red Wings.
Go for the Red Wings. All right.
Yeah,
hopefully the Red Wings can get back on track after having a bit of a skid in their season. All right. That's what I got for the NHL. You want to jump to college hockey?
Yeah, let's go to Michigan State.
All right. So in college hockey, you started the season 1-3. The way that I'm going to kind of continue to do this is because the teams play in 2-game series. What I'm going to do is if the team that you pick sweeps, you get a win. If they split, it's going to be a tie. And if they get swept, it'll be a loss. Okay?
Okay.
All right. So first up, we had the number 1 Michigan State Spartans hosting the number 3 Penn State Nittany Lions, and
Again?
Michigan State. Well, this was, we're recapping, right? You picked Michigan State to win. Michigan State won both games against the Penn State Nittany Lions. The first game they won 2-1 in overtime.
Yes.
With an overtime winning goal.
Let's see the last one. Score.
Oh, and then on Saturday they hosted them again at 4:00. And the Michigan State Spartans, led by Trey Augustine, their goalie, with the shutout, 5-0 over Penn State.
Did their goalie have any goalie goals?
No goalie goals, but Trey Augustine stood on his head, had a fantastic game. And actually, I don't know if you know this, but Trey Augustine has been drafted by the Red Wings. And boy, after the Red Wings gave up 4 goals to the Rangers and 5 to the Chicago Blackhawks, they might need him. Don't you think?
Yeah. But
so you got the win there.
Yeah, they might need him.
Yeah, you got the win there. The other game, or the other series that you picked the number 2 University of Michigan Wolverines over the number 9 Wisconsin Badgers. The first game, Michigan ended up getting the win 7-4. They actually went into the third period down 4-3 and scored 4 unanswered goals to win the game. Pretty exciting stuff.
And then what was the second one?
And then on Saturday, Wisconsin came to play and ended up handing it to Michigan at Yost Ice Arena 6-1. Wisconsin won. And there was a little bit of bad blood in the second game. There was some extracurriculars going on and a lot of chirping in the penalty boxes. But Wisconsin kept their heads and got the big win over Michigan.
I don't know why they ended up getting the win 6-1.
They put 6 goals past the Michigan goalie. He's a sieve. Yeah.
Yeah, he keeps missing the goal.
Yep. All right. The next one that you had, you wanted the Western Michigan Broncos over the number 11 Denver Pioneers. On Friday night, Denver ended up getting the win 3-1. And then on Saturday, Denver ended up getting an even bigger win, 6-3. So you got a loss on that one. Unfortunately, Western got swept by the Denver Pioneers. And then last but not least, you had picked the Yukon Huskies. Let's see if I can find them so you can see where they go. Yep, the Yukon Huskies, number 10 Yukon Huskies over the number 15 Providence Friars. Providence got the first win, or the first game win on Friday, 4-1. And then on Saturday, Yukon
had to win.
Ended up tying with Providence after overtime, 2-2. So we'll call that a half loss instead of a full loss. Okay?
Yeah.
So you're sitting at 2-4-2. I've got 2 college hockey games for you to, or series for you to pick from.
I want it to be Michigan State.
Yep. So first up, we've got Michigan State Spartans against the Notre Dame Fighting Irish.
I want to see.
Let's see if I can find it.
What numbers they're at.
So Michigan State is still number 1 in the country after beating Penn State. Penn State actually dropped from number 3 to number 5 in the standings. Michigan State at number 2. The University of Minnesota Duluth, which is an alma mater of Uncle Henry, is sitting at number 3. The Denver Pioneers moved up from number 11 to number 4 in the country. Wisconsin dropped moved up actually from number 9 to number 7 after splitting with U of M. Western Michigan dropped 4 spots from number 4 to number 8. UConn dropped 3 spots from number 10 to number 13. Providence stayed right where they were at number 15. You can see some of the other teams there. But Michigan State is going to host the unranked Notre Dame Fighting Irish on Friday. Or I'm sorry, they travel to South Bend to play Notre Dame. So who do you got in that series? Michigan State or Notre Dame?
Michigan State.
Michigan State. Awesome. And the other one that I have for you to pick is after having traveled to Michigan State, Penn State is going to host, as the number 5 team in the country, they're going to host the number 2 Michigan Wolverines. Who do you got in that one?
Penn State.
You got Penn State? He was quick on the trigger with that one. Let's go Nittany Lions, huh?
Yeah.
All right. Awesome. So, college hockey is looking pretty good.
Yeah.
Michigan State's got an awesome goalie.
I do want to talk about the basketball for Oakland.
Perfect. So, that's what we can move to next, okay?
Yeah.
So, you had picked Oakland to beat Purdue, the number 1 team in the country, from last week. And let me find the scores. That was on the 7th. And Oakland gave Purdue a fight in their own barn and ended up tied at halftime. Unfortunately, Purdue pulled away at the end, getting the win 87-77 over Oakland. So Oakland starting the season 0-2. They were led by Zaire Wells, who had 21 points. He was 9 for 16 from the field, and it was 3 for 3 from the free throw line. Gotta love it. Gotta love guys who can hit all their free throws.
Yeah, and
right?
what's that guy called?
So that's Braden Smith. That's number 3 for Purdue. He had 20 points, and he was 50% from the free throw line. So Zaire Wells did really well.
Yeah.
All right. Zaire was also our rebound leader with 12 overall rebounds, 8 defensively and 4 offensively. And then Oscar Clough from Purdue had 9 rebounds to lead Purdue. So Oakland, after losing to U of M pretty badly, had a good showing against Purdue on the 7th. The other game that you picked was the Michigan State Spartans in a top 25 matchup. Michigan State, number 22 in the country. We watched a little bit of this. They played the Arkansas Razorbacks, who came in at number 14, led by John Calipari, who Oakland very famously beat his Kentucky Wildcats 2 years ago in the NCAA tournament. Michigan State got the win 69-66 in front of their home crowd, moving into the season 2-0. Next, in another top 25 matchup, you had the number 25 UNC Tar Heels, and this was on the 7th as well, over the number 19 Kansas Jayhawks, and you got that one right as well. North Carolina ended up winning 87-74, which was a nice win for the Tar Heels. Next, on the 8th, you had your Alabama Roll Tide, Crimson Tide, number 15th in the country over the number 5 St. John's Red Storm. And Alabama got the big win, winning 103-96. So good win for Alabama.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They fired those guys.
They fired them. And then last but not least, you wanted us to find the Texas Longhorns. And they played a school called Lafayette. Let's see if I can find
the
them.
Lafayette Leopards?
Yeah, that's right. It was the Lafayette Leopards. That's right, Cillian. Good memory. Let's see if I can find the score. Texas ended up getting the win, and they ended up winning 97-60. So they won pretty handedly. So after starting the college basketball season 0-1,
Who does Oakland play now?
You just went 4-1, and so now you're sitting at 4-2 on the season in college basketball. So
let's see who Oakland's playing next.
Yep. Next up, tomorrow night, Wednesday, November 12th, Oakland will travel to Houston, Texas, to play the Houston Cougars, who are sitting, I think, still at number 3 in the country. Come on. My phone's running very slow right now. Probably because we're doing all this recording.
We saw the Seminoles.
Yep. There it is. Houston actually jumped up to number 1 in the country. So we're playing another number 1 team. Look at that.
Nice. Oakland.
All right, so you're picking Oakland? All right. Next up, I've got on the 13th, we've got the Michigan State Spartans, who are sitting now at number 17th in the country.
That team looks like just like the Spartans.
Yeah, so they're playing the San Jose State, who I actually think is also the Spartans. Yeah. Spartans versus Spartans. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. Two Spartans teams?
2 Spartan teams. San Jose Spartans against the Michigan State Spartans. Who do you got in that one?
Michigan State.
Michigan State. All right. Next, on that same night, After coming off their big win, Alabama moved up to number 8 in the country and is playing the number 2. They're hosting the number 2 Purdue Boilermakers. What do you got now?
Bama.
Going for Bama. I love it. And then last but not least, I figured because we do University of Michigan in college basketball and college hockey, we should probably pick their basketball games too. What do you think?
Yeah.
Should we throw them a bone? And make a pick for them. So they play Friday night. And Michigan, with their 1 win on the season so far, is up to number 6 in the rankings, and they play the 2-1 Texas Christian University Horned Frogs. Right there.
The Horned Frogs?
Horned Frogs. What do you got in that one? You got Michigan or Texas Christian? We're focused on that one game.
Wolverines.
Going for the Wolverines? Okay, awesome.
I don't like the Texas Christian Frogs.
You don't like the Texas Christian Frogs? Okay. All right, so those are the games that I got for us in college basketball. I think we've reviewed everything that we did last week. We made picks for this upcoming week. Are you excited for an exciting week and weekend of sports? Are you glad the Chiefs are back? Yeah, so glad to have the Chiefs back.
Do you want to pick the Chiefs or the Broncos?
I'm going to root for the Chiefs.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll root for the Chiefs.
I think Papa's going to go for the Broncos.
I bet he probably will, won't he? Yeah. I don't know. You never know. I guess we'll have to ask him. So thank you to our listeners again for listening. Be sure to like and subscribe and get the notifications for when our episodes come out based on your podcast listening medium of choice. Definitely feel free to continue to share with your friends and family. Get the word out that we are continuing to do this once a week. Episode 11. We got it done. Ready? We'll see you guys next week for episode 12. And again, I'm going to keep on saying it on the podcast because I think it'll motivate me to do it. But we got to come up with an email so people can email us. And we got to come up with some social media so people can chat with us that way too, don't we?
Yeah.
All right. We'll start doing that. I'll get on that this week so we can get geared up for week number 12's podcast or podcast number 12. Okay?
Okay.
Anything else you want to say to the listeners?
Go Lions, go Chiefs, go Spartans.
All right. Thanks for listening, everyone. Have a great week.